Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, and today we have a special timeless pick a card reading. And today's topic is going to be, what will your life be like with your future spouse? What will your life be like after marriage? And even before we get into the reading and the pile selections, I quickly want to announce that I will be teaching a tarot intensive course starting in December. It's going to be intensive. We're going to have long sessions of tarot, practical and theory, and astrology as well. I've covered so much in my tarot classes, and I want to cover even more. So I'm giving you more classes, more of my time. So do enroll for my tarot classes if you're interested in learning tarot from me. You can send me an email to get a personal reading as well, or you can hit me up on my Instagram to get more details. And having said that, today's topic is going to be, what will your life be like after marriage? What will your life be like with your future spouse? And we have three piles to choose from. Pile number one, we have our Tarot of the Witch's Garden. Pile number two, we have Tarot of the Enchanted Garden, the Garden Variety decks. And pile number three, we have our Tarot of the Owls. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. Hit the notification bell app thingy, wherever it is. And yeah, I will see you guys in your reading. Hello, pile number one. If you chose Tarot of the Witch's Garden, this is your reading on how will your life be with your future spouse? What will your life be like after marriage? And even before we jump into the reading, I quickly want to announce that I will be teaching a very intensive tarot course in December. So if you are interested in learning tarot from me, you can definitely send me an email. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can send me an email too, or you can reach out on my Instagram. Details given in the description box below. Having said that, let's jump into the reading on what will your life be like with your future spouse. Okay, pile number one, we have Eight of Pentacles, we have Knight of Cups, we have Queen of Cups, Four of Swords, Seven of Wands, Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Lovers, and we have Two of Swords. So what I'm noticing first thing right away is how the first three cards, the first four cards are extremely green in nature. So obviously you're going to have an intense heart chakra awakening. And I don't mean this in a very fluff kind of way. I do think just maybe after marriage, maybe in your honeymoon era, you would definitely have a lot of things come up, and it's almost like what I'm seeing is your heart literally light up, and it's lighting up green. And if we notice, green is the color sort of in the center between red and violet, right? And therefore it is the bridge that connects the higher worlds to the lower worlds. So you will have a very intense heart chakra awakening, and with that you're going to have a lot of things come up that you thought you were okay with but you were not. A lot of trauma, a lot of just things hidden in the dark. I do think, especially right now, and I don't think you've met your future spouse yet, you are in the dark. You know, you are sort of right now in this Queen of Swords, Two of Swords energy, and Queen of Swords and Two of Swords are related by deacons, right? For my students, you would know. So again, and we have that green energy balanced with the blue. So I do think there's an emphasis on your fourth and your fifth chakra, which is your Anahat and your Vishuddhi, your heart chakra and your throat chakra, right? All my throat goats over here. So I do think after marriage, you're going to firstly be extremely busy. I don't see you having a soft life after marriage. So if you have those dreams, I'm sorry to burst your bubble over here. But I see you getting very busy after marriage, because all of a sudden you will have that freedom, and it's almost like you'll have so much to say. And I do see as an activation of this heart chakra energy, it is going to rise up, right? It is going to go from the fourth chakra to the fifth chakra. So again, there will be a very clear illumination with your words. And I do think a lot of y'all already are in your Queen of Swords energy. A lot of y'all are already very articulate. A lot of y'all know exactly how to get the point across in the most precise way that it is delegated, the way you delegate truth itself to people, right? And how it has that gentle, loving compassion to it. So I do see those gifts of yours, especially your ability to speak, like Vak Siddhi, right? You sort of creating your reality through your words, that's very much going to be your energy after marriage. So I do think your future spouse is definitely going to give you the most important activations you need on your spiritual journey. And I'm not saying this because I want you to feel codependent. I'm not saying that at all. I'm When I say that, what I mean is you would have already done such amount of intense practices over here that when you do meet your person, it'll sort of be like that final topping to sort of bring everything together. Yeah. And you just won't be working like in a dead way. I see you working with this Knight of Cups energy, with wanting to say something, right? You have your own poetry, you have your own art that is just waiting to be channeled. It is just so warm inside you, right? So you will be able to do that. Any incomplete dreams you've had, especially your creative dreams. I do sense this pile has a lot of in unfulfilled creative dreams or your artistic pursuits that never reached completion. You will have the time to go after them. And also, not just that, you'll be able to capitalize on it. So as a result, you're going to get extremely rich after marriage, not just because you're going to marry someone rich, but because you're going to be a wealth generator over here, pile number one. That's the best way I can say it. And it's beautiful. We have Knight of Cups and we have Queen of Cups. So you will have a very clear distinction as to where you have to give your unconditional love, maybe to your spouse, and yet have enough to share it for spiritual illumination to whoever needs it around you, right? Or even if you're not extremely spiritual, I do see over here that even if you're working in an office, you will have a direct way to sort of trigger people into an awakening, or you would just have that perfect message to give someone on like the worst day that they're ever having. That would make them change the way they look at everything, pile number one. So again, there's a lot of emphasis on your words, what you're saying, what you're not saying, even what you're thinking. We have Four of Swords. So this pile particularly, I would say you need to meditate. If you're not the meditation kind, you need to become. And my advice for you over there would be exhaust your body, work out, go for a run, get a sweat, get your heart rate up, and then try to meditate. If your mind is too active, get your body and your mind tired. So once your body's tired, your mind will listen. So no excuses. You have to start meditating. Even if you do 5 minutes, build it up. It is very possible to do. It takes discipline, and it takes a level of mindfulness, and just you cultivating this is going to make so much difference into your life. And you might not be able to see it right away, but it will build up, and it will give you like the ultimate windfall that you're looking for over here, right, pile number one? So I do think if you're alone right now, you have to again be in that Seven of Wands energy of knowing that even if you have a lot of things to do, if you're feeling very overwhelmed, you have the vantage point over here. You have it within you to combine all your enemies and defeat them all at once with one clear strike. That's what I'm seeing for you, pile number one. But don't keep yourself stuck. Two of Swords and Eight of Swords. Get out of your mind, pile number one. Come on. You really just need to get out of your mind at this point, because it is keeping you stuck unnecessarily. And maybe you're being indecisive about things that you literally know that only you have to do and only you can do and only you can make happen. So don't run away from those things, because that's where the magic is for you. That's where you will find your love. So if you're looking for love in the most usual places, it's not going to come to you. You are literally looking for love in all the wrong places. I'm really quoting Lana today, but I guess that's really the message for you to again like take power of your narrative over here, right? That's what I'm getting with Lana. So cut whenever necessary. Be merciless with your sword whenever required, because you do have the discernment now. You know what has to stay into your life and what doesn't have to stay in your life. And you being indecisive is just you stabbing yourself with the sword instead of you cutting away. Understand the nature of your mind. I do think a lot of y'all might even have Kritika placements over here, or you have a very critical nature about you to just cut through people, cut through people's illusions. Just be able to like just go in and really get to the core of the issue. You're very good at that. I would say you're made for that in this lifetime. And after marriage, you're going to be in this beautiful energy of almost like having your wings, and not just having your wings, having your wings upgraded to the most nice, fanciest wings you could want as like a god, right? I don't even know why I'm speaking like that, but there is something about wings over here. So again, maybe there's a lot of angelic energy around you, or if you're seeing a lot of feathers. When I see a lot of feathers, I take it as my higher guides trying to speak to me, right? It is quite literally it's higher level wisdom coming to you, right, from the birds. So definitely keep an eye out for that, and they will guide you, especially crows, since we have crows on the Queen of Swords card. But there will be a lot of love with your person, and you will truly find that unconditional love, and not just to give but also to receive, right? So you will be in that energy to even reciprocate and keep that balance in your relationship. And I do think you'll get more curious after marriage. You'll want to study more. So if you've left studying, you might want to pick that up. I just see you being fired up after marriage. It's almost like you have your power back, and it's like Superman couldn't fly, but all of a sudden you can fly now. So that's very much what I'm getting for this pile over here. So I do think your marriage is going to activate you in ways that will only happen once you've done enough work. So you will only meet your person once you're at the top of your game, I feel, pile number one. So if you're not at the top of your game, you're not necessarily close to meeting your person. The more work you do, the closer you will be to meeting your person. It's as clear to me here as that. I feel autumn might be a significant time for you. But with the lovers, I'm also getting Adam and Eve. So I do think you want to have a more traditional life after marriage. And I do think being with your person, you will challenge that. I do think you will challenge your traditional notions of what you think marriage should be, or what you thought you always wanted. Right, pile number one? So get ready. I think by the time you get married, you're going to be extremely busy. If you're just trying to take off with your career, it will take off. And one of the windfalls is you meeting this person and having a happily ever after. Again, I'm just noticing all the green. And understand that the reason even almost all leaves are green is because they are in that hot frequency. That's why trees and forests are so healing to us as human beings. And it's sort of like the heart of the world, right? That's where our lungs are in a way. So understand that green symbolism. Maybe you need to start wearing more green to sort of embody that love energy that exists all around us, right? I'm just looking at my plant. So really, really learn to embody that green energy within you. For a lot of you might even feel called to work with the green tarot. So go for it. I think even right now you're struggling to find balance, but you will find balance soon. And even after marriage, you're going to have a very balanced life. You will be doing your work, you'll be doing all your responsibilities, but you will also be having a lot of fun. Like I just see you making out in between work. So we'll just keep it very PG-13 right now. So that's that. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, by number one, we have a new status coming, new moon. And this is the moon oracle. So again, we didn't get any signs or anything. And we just got the new moon card. So understand your life after marriage is going to be a brand new life. It's going to be nothing like what you're living right now. But it is going to be achieved because of everything you're going through right now and all the tough cobblestones that you're climbing on your own to your victory. Right? And I do feel this is a part of your victory and your kingdom, right? To sort of have this resurrection, right? I see you healing from anything that you're trying to heal from right now. Everything will be okay. not just okay, everything will be good is sort of the message over here for you, pile number one. So a beautiful reading. And I do sense you are in a lot of difficult, not so pleasant, unfavorable situations, and you will be able to work your way through it and it will make you stronger. And you won't be in that same energy of giving up. You will have so much to look forward to and you will have so much to fight for. So really bring back your fire, pile number one. I think that's really the message. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number one. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hello, pile number two. If you chose Tarot of the Enchanted Garden, this is your reading on what will your life be like after marriage? What will your life be like with your future spouse? And before we jump into the reading, I quickly want to announce that I will be teaching an intensive tarot course in December. So if you're interested in learning tarot from me, you can send me an email to get more details. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading, you can also send me an email or reach out on my Instagram. Having said that, let's jump into the reading on what will your life be like after marriage? What will your life be like with your future spouse? Okay, pile number two, we have Six of Pentacles, we have Seven of Wands, Ten of Wands, the Hangman, and we have the extra card, but the extra card has the High Priestess on it, so we'll take that as High Priestess energy. And we have Magician, we have Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Star. Life after marriage, pile number two. A lot of philanthropy. I do feel you're going to be in a more well placed financially after marriage. I do think you're going to be marrying into the money. But again, I don't see you having a soft life because of marrying into money. I do see you having a very busy domestic life. You're going to have a very busy domestic life. I think that's the best way I can say it. And it just won't be limited to like domestic things. But I do think you would also want to eventually start working, which will you will also have many more avenues open to you. That's what I'm trying to say, that you couldn't maybe take before. Maybe there were certain hobbies that were just hobbies to you that you couldn't even think that you could capitalize. I think you will have more freedom after marriage to do whatever you really want. Go back to college, study, finish your PhD. All those things will be available to you again, and you will be all of a sudden interested in those things because we do have Six of Pentacles, and that's how the reading starts. So I think you and your future spouse both will be very, very well to do, and you both are not going to be like mean people. I do see you like being really charitable, not just like you just help anyone and everyone around you. You genuinely want people to be better, do better. And I do think you both together will come together after marriage and again create something that's going to help people, like a trustee situation or like a charity or something. I do see you doing something very philanthropical over here. I think that's the best way I can say it, because we do have Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles with Seven of Wands and Ten of Wands. So you're going to be extremely busy. There are going to be a lot of things that you have to deal with, and I do sense since your husband is going to be so high profile, you know, they're going to have a lot of things and a lot of people and a lot of like I just feel very busy all of a sudden in my energy. So I think this is your person. They could even be a Capricorn because they have that very Capricornian energy to just go do like a crazy ram, right? So that mountain goat energy is very much here. I do sense a lot of travel after marriage. I don't think you are the kind who enjoys traveling, but I think your person really loves to travel. So you will be traveling more after marriage. So prepare for that. But you will have domestic bliss, like I said, and you will have more than one homes. I can definitely say that very, very confidently. You're going to really shine after marriage. I think a lot of y'all felt y'all haven't been able to shine in your life till now, but that will be available to you after marriage. You will be able to truly shine like the star that you are, pile number two. And I do think this is what love is going to bring out of you. Your person is going to really bring out this healing star-like energy that you have within yourself, and you will just light up the whole world in a way, wouldn't you? So, and I do think there will be like a stark contrast in your reality from what you're experiencing right now to what you will be in marriage. And I do think that will give you a higher spiritual plane to look at things in a way where you're truly you're truly being able to see things from both the sides of life, of the good and the bad, and you will be able to truly rise above that duality in the real sense. With the hangman, you will have a brand new perspective sometime after marriage, and you will start looking at everything very differently. You'll even start looking at your trauma very differently, and in a way where it's not so personal. You know, you will finally understand that even the worst things that have happened to you, they're not personal. You're not alone in your suffering. What you had to go through, in a way, what connects everyone is human suffering, right? So you will be having these very deep esoteric realizations, and all the things that is like anguishing you right now, all the things that are tormenting you right now, I do think they will be gone. Like now I'm seeing a clear sky, so you will be clearing out a lot of these things that you've been just holding on to for so long, right? And needless to say, you will be dissolving many egos that you've created for yourself, right? Because you'll truly be in the space of having a vantage point of truly being able to see things for what they are, and also seeing things from a more elevated spiritual level. And because of that, you'll again have that inner knowledge of the high priestess and the hangman, so you will be able to create whatever you desire, your manifestation abilities, your witchy abilities, the abilities to just create out of thin air, to make everything out of nothing, is really going to be at your fingertips. Pile number 2, I really want you to know that. And it's very interesting, I'm noticing the scarab on the Lo Scarabeo emblem. And scarabs are very cool symbols for, again, resurrection, right? Because the dung beetle is usually pushing up the ball when the sun rises, right? So again, there is that meticulous energy of even coming out of the underworld, and having that meticulous work of pushing your boulder, like very Sisyphus, right? So all your hard work, all the toil is going to amount into greatness. Not just greatness for you or your person, but it's almost like two bright stars are coming together. So it's going to create a much brighter star, right? It's like two galaxies colliding. So there will be a brand new structure created, and that impact will be more than the impact you have on your own or your person has on their own. It'll be double the impact, is what I'm trying to say over here. And I do think you and your person could be light workers, shadow workers, and anything in the middle, because there is this mystical energy to you, and you're supposed to activate the masses over here. I do sense that you have a lot to give to a lot of people, and I think the more you give, the better karma you will have, and the better karma you will have, the better you will be able to attract your person in faster. I really want to say that. And I do think your future spouse will first be your crush, and you will obviously be their crush. So there'll be a lot of this crush-like energy, because I'm thinking about my crush now. So there will be a lot of this crush-like energy between you guys, and you will just want to talk. You just want to talk to each other like all the time. and since I did that, you would be talking a lot, but you would still not be talking about what you really have to talk about. Right? That you love each other. You'll not be saying that, but you'll be just saying everything else instead of saying I love you to each other. So I guess there'll be a divine timing for that as well. But initially, I do think your future spouse, it's going to be like a friendship. And it's going to be like that best friend that you just cannot keep your phone down, and you've been just talking for 2 hours, right? So that's the energy that you and your future spouse are going to be like, and even before marriage. So if there's some distance between you guys, which I do sense there might be, I don't think your person is from around where you are, even if they might be like the same race as you or whatever. But I don't think it would be the same race for most of y'all over here. But even if they are like the same race or mixed or something adjacent race, they would really be different in their energy. It would be like two wholes coming together. So even where you feel incomplete, your person will complete you, and vice versa. And it's going to be a very harmonious energy. You're not going to it's not going to feel out of place. It's like when you see like a really pretty girl with a really ugly guy. It's a little heartbreaking at times, right? It won't be like that. You both will be like celebrity couple energy. That's what I'm getting more like. Yeah. You will be uncovering truths after marriage. Not about your marriage, but about just the nature of reality. And as a result, I do think you'll be getting deeper into your mysticism. Or just understanding. I think you have a very curious mind. You like to understand why things are the way they are, even if you do it in a very technical sense. So even those technical abilities are going to shoot up. Yeah. Like I said, you're going to be very, very busy. There's going to be a lot. But again, you need to understand you have the vantage point. You always will. High Priestess in the center of the reading. So you will always know and you will always be 10 steps ahead. And that is your advantage, even with your future spouse, even if they're playing games with you, right? And I don't think your person is going to be playing a lot of games. They might initially before you get married, but I think they'll be more well behaved after marriage. So I do think that they're a little naughty like that, your future spouse. They will give you a bit of a trouble. Okay, pile number two, we have the gibbous moon, cardinal moon, and we have new moon in Cancer. And they all read, you're very close to achieving your goal. Be bold and make the first move, and you and your loved ones are safe. So we clearly have a story arc over here with the cardinal moon to the gibbous moon. And gibbous moon is just before we have the full moon, right? And again, what's interesting, we got new moon in Cancer, and Cancer rules over the domestic things. And I said domestic bliss early on in the reading, right? That's how I started the reading, I think. So again, there is this you taking the initiative, but then a lot of things just coming into your way. Like I just see a snowball effect happening. So whenever you feel ready for this, I do think this person will be made available to you. When you're truly ready to be in like a divine union with your person. I do feel that over here. And you and your loved ones are safe. So I do think maybe you're experiencing a lot of things that are very challenging right now, that are not even things you want to talk about with people, right? I understand that Paila too, but do understand that you are safe and your loved ones are safe, your family is safe, and your future spouse is safe. And more than anything, your divine connection is safe and you will come together. No one is going to keep you apart, even if you have been apart in past lives. This is a life where you're very, very close to achieving your goal, which is your union with your person, I feel over here. And with be bold and make the first move, I don't think you have to make first move to your future spouse. I do think they will be the one approaching you, but at least to sort of go on that quest to find them, I do think you have to do that. And you truly have to go. I think a lot of you might even have to travel and you might meet your person while traveling. I'm getting a lot of travel energy over here. Yeah. A lot of movement. It almost seems like the trees are trying to reach the moon on the gibbous moon card, right? So I do think you have a lot of options. Your person will have a lot of options. But only you both can reach each other telepathically through your satellite, right? And I do think you can already do that. I do think your hearts will mirror each other. Mm. Again, there is a lot of heart chakra awakening with the green. So there will be love, and there will eventually be a lot of confessions about how much you love each other. You're going to get really, really cheesy very, very soon with your person. So even if they're playing it cool, you're playing it cool, or it's too cringe to do cheesy things, you will be doing that. You will be posting couple pictures on Instagram and being very annoying. So annoying but cute. So you know your personality will change. You will change that way. Yeah. Sweet. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 2. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose Tarot of the Owls, this is your reading on what will your life be like after marriage? What will your life be like with your future spouse? And even before we get into the reading, I quickly want to announce that I will be teaching an intensive tarot course in December. So if you're interested in learning tarot from me, you can send me an email to get more details. My email ID is given in the description box below. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you can do the same or reach me on my Instagram, which is again given in the description box below. Having said all that, let's jump into the reading on what will your life be like after marriage. Okay, by number 3, we have 10 of Wands, we have Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, 7 of Wands, the Tower, Temperance, 7 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and we have King of Wands. And yeah, the reading starts with 10 of Wands, so let's talk about it. I do think you will have a lot to deal with after marriage. Like, you're going to have a very busy marriage. And for you, I do sense a lot of kids. I do think you will have a lot of children. And I do think the kids are going to keep you very, very, very busy. But I think your future spouse will also keep you very, very busy. You're showing up in this Knight of Wands energy. So I do think you'll finally... I do think you have the confidence. I do think you have the fire within you. I do think you're very, like, you're a very fiery creature, pile number 3. But I do think right now you're going through it. I think you're really going through it right now. And things are not, very ideal for you. But I do think things will improve. Things will get better for you. And as a part of that, it will be meeting your future spouse. And once you meet your future spouse and once you do get married, I do think initially there will be a lot of hesitation, but you will finally be in this energy of going after the things that you truly want, and you're not going to be phased by the sun. I don't know why I'm saying that, but yeah, you're not going to be phased by, you're not going to care if it's day or night. You're going to really I'm not saying you're going to be in reckless energy, but you're going to be really daring, and you're going to be truly fearless. You're going to be truly fearless. So you're going to go after whatever you truly want after marriage. And we do have the Hierophant card, so you will get married, pile number 3. And since I said kids, I do sense that you will have a bit of the traditional marriage, if that's what you want over here. But I think what the traditional marriage will do is give you that structure to maybe go after the things you truly want to do. I think you're trying to do too much on your own right now anyway, and you're able to do it because you are a superstar, pile number 3, but you need to understand that you don't have to keep living this way. Your life doesn't have to feel so empty. So, and I do think that emptiness will be filled with love. But there are a lot of transformations, and we do have a Tower in the center of the reading. I do sense a sense of delay. I do think a lot of y'all are much, much older over here, and a lot of y'all have given even up on the hope of love. But the things that have kept you apart from your soulmate, your future spouse, whatever you want to call it, let's stick to future spouse in this reading. The things that ripped you apart are the things that will bring you together. So I do think you both had to maybe go on your side quests and learn your own lessons, and I do think the energy that kept you apart will be the energy that brings you back together, if that makes sense. That's what I'm really getting with the Tower card. So there will be a full circle moment. And again, we have King of Wands and we have Knight of Wands. And we have a lot of wands in this readings, but we're going to keep it PG-13 over here, okay? So I think what your future spouse is going to do to you is, I'm getting naughty thoughts. So, and I'm just keeping it to that. And your future spouse is really going to be very, I think they themselves are going to be very fearless. So they're going to really spark that within you. And you will realize that, you always have that fearlessness, but you were just holding yourself back. So you're not going to hold yourself back after marriage to anyone or everyone. You're going to really be like a blazing trail. You're going to really set fire to whatever you want over here. But again, you'll do it in good conscience. So I'm not really worried. And we have the Temperance card after the Tower. So understand that if there are things that you are losing, whether it be like a lover or even your house, for a lot of you, if you're changing houses, you're moving to something better. If something has been truly being ripped apart from your life right now, it'll be exchanged with something better, something that you couldn't even think of. Because after the Tower, it is followed by the Temperance. So whatever is being ripped apart will come back together. And you will also realize that you haven't lost any parts of yourself that you thought you had lost. But now you will have an access to everyone you have ever been and ever will be. And you will truly have that access. And you will understand that, even if you exist on multiple timelines, the only way we exist is here. So this is some quantum stuff, pile number 3. If you get it, you get it, right? So in understanding these deeper realities, there will be a switch. And you will be able to switch it on or switch it off whenever you want. So there will be a lot of magical activations for you after marriage. I don't know if you are a witch or a sorcerer right now, but you're going to be after marriage. Even if you don't want to call yourself that, you will be manipulating energies to again get the desired Nine of Cups outcome that you want. But again, I'm not worried about you being given so much power, because I do think you have been burnt over and over again. You have been tried, you have been tested over and over again. So your own conscience is clean. Your heart is clean. I don't sense that when you will be given these abilities, you're going to use it for like nefarious purposes. You're only going to use it to better your life and to better people's around you who want your help, right? Again, I see, I don't think the King of Wands is your future spouse. I think the King of Wands is you. And you're going to realize that, you are the leader. You can truly have whatever you want. Not in a brat kind of way, but in a more, I know I can get it because I can make it happen with my magic and my hard work kind of way. Yeah. In a witchy way. Again, my eyes are going on the Temperance card. So for some reason, I'm getting that your future spouse could be Russian, or they could speak Russian, or they could deal with something in Russia. Or maybe they like Russian cuisine or music or something. But I'm getting something about Russia over here as well. And I've never gotten Russia in my reading before. So only take that if it resonates. Or it might be just for someone specific. I think the defensiveness will go against 7 of Wands. So you won't have to fight alone. You will have someone to fight next to you. And someone to even take up your battles, if that makes sense. You won't have to fight the wars alone, pile number 3. And I do feel you're really going through it right now. Either a breakup or not being happy at your work, or both, or something like that. But understand that all this is happening. All of it is a test. And it is, what it is doing, it is sort of tempering you, right? See, people confuse temperance with balance. Balance is justice. Temperance energy is not to balance. Temperance energy is to temper. And what do I mean when I say temper? It's how the Damascus steel is made, right? You take hot iron and you put it in water in a way where it at the exact precision and the moment where it's hot enough, so the steel doesn't break, right? That's how they master those beautiful Japanese katanas, right? So it's a very it's a very skillful means to temper. Even if you're making gelatin at home, to have that gelatin without any lumps, it takes temperance, right? You have to really mix the mixing powder with the liquid for it to happen. So understand what you're dealing with over here. There's a level of refinement that you will be in. And even doesn't matter if you're even a straight woman over here, you're showing up in this very masculine energy after marriage, which is and not in a bad way, in a good way. Like I'm getting very lioness like energy right now. So you're going to get more intimidating after marriage, and it'll be because of this level of skill that you have, that you've already had under your belt, but and you've been refining it, but you'll truly get upgrades into your refinement, even I would say, after marriage. And again, we have Nine of Cups. So like I said, everything that has been taken away from you will be okay. By number three, so I didn't realize, but the video got cut and I was just going on and on, so I'm not able to recollect when did I stop in the video, but I think I was talking about the Nine of Cups and how you will truly get what you want, and anything that has been taken away from you will be replaced with something better. But there is a catch over here, that you will only get what you truly desire once you truly give. There's a sacrifice that is sort of being asked of you to be made over here. And you have to be in this energy to give, because the oracle cards I pulled, we have full moon in Gemini and new moon in Virgo, and they read the answers you need are coming, and it's a time to give rather than take. So the more you give, the more you will receive in time. So your situation is a bit reward based, and it is extremely karmic in nature. I do think you have a very karmic life. So do good karma in this life. I think that's very, very important for you in every sense of the word, right? Even having the right kind of thoughts. I'm not saying don't have bad thoughts or whatever. I'm just saying focus more on the positive. Focus on the things that you know are good for you. So, and I do think you will only meet your person if you stop hiding from your gifts. If you stop hiding from what you have to give, from what you truly have to give the world. And I do think you're very, very gifted, whether you be psychically gifted, mathematically gifted, or whatever it is for your situation. You have gifts and you're running away from it. And if you keep running away from it, you're not going to run into your person ever. So embrace your gifts, and then you have a better chance of running into the person you're truly supposed to marry in this life, who will truly keep you happy, who will truly see you for who you are, who will truly understand you for who you are, right? So understand the karmic nature of your existence. Very, very important. Do the good karma, and you will be rewarded. And I know it's the same for everyone, but it is so much more that for you, because I do think you're really going through it right now. I do think there are very, very challenging times for you. But to make it to happier times, you sort of have to really bulldoze your way through this, right? Answers you need are coming. Things will be made sense to you that haven't been making sense to you since forever. Everything will start making sense. Just learn to stay with it, be a little patient, and things will come to you. And give whatever you can to whoever is asking you for something. Give it to them. Right now we have to be in the energy to give, so you will truly be able to receive, and it will even balance out your karma over here. That's very, very important. And I'm not saying having a lot of karma makes you a bad person. It just makes you a human, right? You've had quite a few past lives, and even if you have a few past lives, the karma compounds. Trust me, I know that. So you might be dealing with things from maybe 100 lives, past lives that you've had right now. So even if you have 1,000 enemies, understand you've made one enemy at least in one life, and you've at least had 100. So do the maths, right? Point number 3: don't take things personally. That's the message for you. Be the bigger person, and that will just keep you in this winner energy. And everyone wants a winner. You know, everyone wants a winner. Everyone wants someone in the spotlight, right? Everyone wants the best. Everyone wants the shiniest toy that they can see on the shelf, right? And you are that, pile number 3. There are no doubts about it. I'm hearing Piece of Me by Britney Spears. So everyone does want a piece of you, but you decide who has a sliver of your pie. No one else, right? And take your power back. You have much to do, much to give. I think your soul's purpose is to help other souls. And you will be doing that even if you're not a psychic, even if you are if you even have a tech job, it doesn't matter. Wherever you fit on the spectrum. But you will be here to help and help people out of difficult situations. And I think that is also going to be your good karma over here. So don't run from that. That's very, very important for you. Give. And in the right time things will come to you. I know I'm repeating myself, so I'll stop here. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3s. Again, it's a general reading, so please check what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot to have the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.